Dearest gentle listeners, welcome to another episode of the Pop Culture Junkie podcast. I'm Shauna, joined by
Olivia.
How are you doing on this blessed day? I'm done with that.
Thank God.
Yeah, we're done. We will be talking Bridgerton today. But first, how the hell are you, Olivia?
You know, we are seeing the sun another day. So that's about all we can say.
We're touching grass.
We're touching grass. Ziggy's looking extra cute. I can always tell how well I'm doing based off of the number of outfits I want to buy him. It's at an all-time high. Right before we started recording. Yeah. Right before we started recording. I was like, he needs this hat. He needs this outfit. Like, it's a true indication of my mental health. So if Ziggy is rocking a fit, you know I'm not doing well. Same if my house is like spotless clean. Not doing great.
That's fair. Mm-hmm. I think Ziggy needs like a Bridgerton, like Regency era outfit. I think that would be really cute.
Are we getting him like a Queen Charlotte level wig though?
Oh my God, of course. I did hear that the actress who plays Queen Charlotte has to have like a neck brace on to balance those wigs on her head though.
Dude, they look so heavy. Like,
they're insane.
Yeah, season 1 maybe she was rocking like natural neck to hold those up, but then really leaned into everything Bridgerton.
More bonkers. I mean, Ziggy does have a buff neck. If there's one thing I know about him, it's those buff shoulders.
Guy. Big buff.
I'm hanging in there too. We're thinking about getting another cat.
Okay.
Yeah. My listeners, my poor doggy, my Buffy passed away recently. My sweet little vampire slayer at 15. But now my cat is very lonely. And now that I'm not,
poor toast.
I've dug myself out of the depression abyss a little bit now.
That's good.
And I'm like, I think Toast needs a kitty friend. So I'm trying to decide.
Okay. Yeah. I think a cat is a good option there.
Yeah. I'm not ready for a dog.
Especially if you already have one cat. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely not ready for another dog. But I think a little black cat. I don't know. We went to 8 cat shelters on Sunday.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. Well, if you didn't find one you liked, I think that was your answer.
We found 2. We found 2 potential cats. But we're being very picky. We're like, none of you are good enough for our Toast. None of you. Get it away from me. Next, please. I feel like Queen Charlotte with the ladies in waiting. Next.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's probably a good discerning quality to have right now instead of just like sad buying an animal.
Oh my God. I keep
you
looking
almost did.
I did. I found a dog that looked just like Buffy, like 3 days after she died. And I was like, oh God, he needs to come home with me. And everyone had to talk me off of the ledge. Shauna, don't do it.
Yeah, we go, maybe we grieve for a minute.
He was so cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, a cat I can do. I think I can do a cat. I would love to get a little Pomeranian or something like Queen Charlotte. We're already in the Bridgerton talk. We're already in it.
Well, let's be honest. Yeah, absolutely. So if you are like us, we have absolutely binged Bridgerton. And we wanted to just talk a little bit about its 4th season, what we're seeing, everything we've learned, what we do and don't like about this season. I have lots of thoughts.
I have lots of thoughts too. I don't like Benedict Bridgerton, but, here we are. I like him better now that this season has ended. Think of us as your Lady Whistledowns going into this. We're going to give you all of the hot goss from the ton. So let's start right from season 1, or right from the top, I guess. These are based on novels. Sorry, let me get my notes up. So Bridgerton is a Netflix series. It is based on 8 historical romance novels by Julia Quinn. The books were published between 2000 to 2006. Each book focuses on one of the 8 Bridgerton siblings and their journey to finding love in the Regency era of London high society. The TV series generally adapts one sibling's story per season. The order it started kind of in the order a little bit of the books.
Yeah,
but
they've moved some things around.
They've shifted.
Yeah, book 1 and book 2 are Daphne and Simon for book 1, and then book 2 is Anthony and Kate.
Yes, it just occurred to me, like, more recently than I should admit, that they are A, B, C, D, like alphabetical order, like with the siblings. Like, okay, so there's Anthony, Benedict, Colin, Daphne, Eloise, Francesca, Gregory, and Hyacinth.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I actually didn't realize that either. So
yeah. And then one of the characters mentions it in season 4. She's like trying to name all them and she's doing the ABCs at her fingers. So
oh, wow.
Made me feel a little better.
That's so funny. Yeah. That's a great way to know who's who and who's the oldest.
Yes. Mama Bridgerton be popping those babies out. Popping them out. So season 1 is based on the book The Duke and I, and the main couple is Daphne and Simon. I really liked the first season. I think it's probably just because, what's his name, Renee Jean Page, I'm probably not saying that right, is so hot. Oh my God, he's hot.
Dummy hot. Yeah, I recently went back and watched season 1 of Bridgerton, and it is quite interesting. I think if you watch season 4 now, everything is so like turned up. Like we mentioned, like Queen Charlotte's wigs, like the colors that they're wearing. I really did like going back and watching it when Bridgerton like wasn't so lived in and it didn't know who it was. And these are like bra buster, that's what they call them, right? Like bustier,
their tits bodice are up to their
there
chins.
We go. Bodice ripper. Bodice ripper novels.
What did you say? Boob rippers?
Bra. I don't even remember at this point.
I liked it.
But bra busters. Yeah.
Bra buster. You stop being a bra buster, you.
Yeah, we're in the East Coast now. The book itself really follows like the kind of a similar like love arc, but really early on, the show is adapted by Shonda Rhimes, and she ultimately like brings in a lot of elements kind of quickly that aren't within the books as well. Yes. So we have Queen Charlotte as a central character. She actually doesn't exist in the books in any way outside of like she's the queen.
A brief mention. Yeah. Did you read the books?
I like have skimmed them, but I am quite familiar with them because, you know, book talk girly.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But ultimately, looking at it, like Queen Charlotte didn't exist. Now, Queen Charlotte exists in our real time, and she has been rumored to have been of African descent as well. So she has that within her. I've been reading about that
recently. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yep. Yeah, and if you look at pictures of her, she is like tan for photos of that time, but they really whitewash her within her like royal portrait. So it is quite interesting. She's a real life queen brought into this and expanded upon.
That is kind of funny, like a real historical figure, and we're just, I don't know, watching this show about her, and she loves gossip. She's just, that woman is starved for some hot goss, and I love it. Season 1, I do like in hindsight think that Simon, like they were obviously into each other, but Simon, I don't know, was he really that into Daphne? I don't know.
Yeah, there are some weird plots. So I will say they do in this season probably stick to the books the most.
In season 4, you mean?
In season 1. No, season 4, they changed a ton. And for
so
good.
The one that we're talking about right now, season 1, yes.
Yes, season 1. Yeah. So Daphne obviously violates consent, forces Simon into a very like
ejaculating inside of her. Yeah.
Yeah. Like we do not get consent. We are not asking for individuals to consent.
Yeah, we're not forcing anybody to ejaculate where they don't want to or have a child with us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, And it does seem like their marriage is just, I mean, obviously they're into each other in the beginning, or at least lusting after each other, but they're basically forced to get married because they're caught kissing, right? Mm-hmm. So and they start like in this fake relationship and then it turns into a real one. I don't know. That one, like, sure, it's hot and there's, that's right off the bat how Bridgerton got known is by like having really good sex scenes. Like that's why it took me a while to want to watch it because I'm not much of like a Regency era period piece person. Mm-hmm. But then everyone was like, Shauna, there's some doing it. They're doing it in this show. And I was like, all right, maybe I'll give it a whirl. And then of course hooked me.
Yeah. And, bringing like I liked the changes that they made. They made it like ultimately much better of a story.
Yeah.
And bringing in Queen Charlotte like allows them to talk about race in the show. It's a reimagined like social structure that is tied to the Queen's marriage, right?
Yeah.
That's something really, really cool. They bring it in. Otherwise, the show would have been like entirely all white, very rich aristocracy. So I think season 1 really brought people in, but where people got hooked and ultimately fell in love was season 2. Would you agree with that?
Season 2 is my favorite.
Season 2 is so good. My favorite. Actually, I will say Queen Charlotte is my favorite.
I haven't watched Queen Charlotte yet. I know. God, I know. I need to. It is on my list of shows. I just finished a show last night, so that's going to be my next is to watch the Queen Charlotte show.
We're queuing up Queen Charlotte.
Yes.
So good.
Season 2 is based on the book The Viscount Who Loved Me, and the main couple is Anthony Bridgerton and Kate Sharma, who is originally Kate Sheffield in the books, but is changed to be of Indian descent in the TV show. I love Anthony Bridgerton. He's so handsome and so kind of like bitchy in the first season. Oh my God, Jonathan Bailey is the sexiest man alive. And I'm so glad that they shaved off those terrible mutton chop sideburns from season 1. Yeah. The boys all had goofy fucking hair in season 1. They all looked like big goobers. But they all grow into their handsomeness. Another thing that we should mention that makes Bridgerton unique is the use of modern music, but they set it to be like classical. I love that too. Yeah.
Ooh, can I hit you with a full list of them? Because I would gathered them all. Okay, season 1, we have violin or piano covers. Here, Thank You Next by Ariana Grande, Girls Like You, Maroon 5, In My Blood, Shawn Mendes, Bad Guy, Billie Eilish, iconic of all iconic, Wildest Dreams by Taylor Swift, Strange by Celeste. Season 2, we have Material Girl by Madonna, Diamonds by Rihanna, Stay Away by Nirvana, Dancing on My Own, Robin, You Oughta Know, Alanis Morissette.
Yes.
What About Us by Pink, and How Deep Is Your Love by Calvin Harris. Season 3, the iconic finger blasting to Pitbull, Give Me Everything in the Carriage.
I want to be finger blasted to Pitbull.
Ask and you shall receive. I'm going to tell Andrew right now.
Andrew.
Write that down. Write that down. Okay. Cheap Thrills by Sia. Snow on the Beach by Taylor Swift. Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish. Jealous by Nick Jonas. ABCDEFU by Gayle. POV by Ariana Grande. And Confident by Demi Lovato.
Love that for
and
her.
Just ultimately some amazing covers there. I mean, honestly, I could listen to the Bridgerton playlist all day while I work and probably
I love it. It definitely like brings the Shonda land into it all. And as the seasons go on, we see their makeup get more glamorous. Their nails are getting done. Their hair is more glamorous. The costumes, the set pieces. And, that's with the show getting more money. But I think it's also just kind of the audience we're a bunch of
I
babes.
do think
Listen.
After season 2, they turn up the color palette a little bit too much, where it's just like, it looks like pastel threw up on everything. That's a personal choice.
I could see that.
But I do think that season 2 was just such a good like love story. It brought us Jonathan Bailey.
The yearning in season 2. Simone Ashley, her eyebrows, her yearning face is the best. The way she looks at him, just like, oh, she wants to be with him so bad, but they can't. He's engaged to her sister. They are enemies to lovers, which is my favorite romance trope of all time, which is probably why I like this one so much. And I think that they just,
to lovers.
I do. I think that they just embody like lust and longing so well. And like, oh my God, by the way, we're going to have a few Bridgerton spoilers. If
too late.
We haven't said that already. Yeah, it's too late. Yeah. This season came out 4 years ago. I think that's okay. Yeah. When we find out that his dad died from the bee sting, and then the bee lands on her, stings her, and he's like grabs her chest, like he's just freaking out. Oh my God, I love that scene.
Yes, it is very, very good. And yeah, I think that really, again, that's when Bridgerton captured kind of everyone's attention as well.
Agreed.
Going from season 2 to season 3, we have quite an important distinction and switch in the order of really what we see. Season 3 is Colin and Penelope. It's romancing Mr. Bridgerton, but it actually skips Benedict's book and moves to Colin. So that's probably like the first like narrative arc where we've really changed like the order as well.
I agree. And I think it's just because they had built up Penelope and Colin. Like Penelope had this big crush on Colin, and they've been building it up for seasons. She's secretly Lady Whistledown, right? And so I think that they could only drag on that who's Lady Whistledown, the Ton not knowing for so long that we had to. They revealed to the audience that she was Lady Whistledown at the end of season 2, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah.
When did we find out?
Yeah,
Season
you
2?
figure it out, and then nobody else knows.
Yeah. Until
and
season 3.
Obviously Colin figures it out in season 3.
And we get to see Nicola Coughlan, who plays Penelope Featherington, definitely come into her own. She's kind of the wallflower, kind of quiet one the first 2 seasons. She is wearing those god-awful, like, gaudy colors from the Featherington house of, like, their yellows and oranges and just terrible hairdos. And her mom's a bitch and doesn't really think that she's ever going to get married. And then she snags Colin Bridgerton.
Who is played by Luke Newton, and it should be studied what they have these men do to glow up, because Luke Newton in this show was like not cute in my opinion.
No. Going
into season 3, I think they gave him a little too strong of a lip flip. Like every time I see it now, I was rewatching Bridgerton and I was like, man, his like lip flip from season 2 to season 3, a little too much. It kind of takes me out of the moment.
Yeah. He definitely the actor had something done between 2 and 3, and he's really handsome. But it's definitely very noticeable that like he went from to, oh, he's very handsome. But what happened?
He's kind of a little shit. Yeah. I think Shonda does a really good job at like modernizing these men for this audience.
Yes.
But I think that like, and we'll talk about this when we get to Benedict as well, they're kind of not great people. Like Colin really doesn't pay attention to Penelope like all the time, is like saying mean things about her. And so in the show, they go into like a linear timeline. In the book, it's a 10-year time jump. So there's like time between it.
I did not know that. Interesting.
That's why they flipped it.
Yeah. Does she have like a glow up in the book too, where she kind of goes from like the mousy kind of, wallflower to like being a hottie?
Yeah. And I think she's also just like older and more independent as well.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And the actress, I believe, is 38 years old. And all of them are definitely older than they are playing. Like the Bridgerton men, I want to say, are supposed to be in like their early to mid 20s. The girls, I think you enter like the marriage market at like 17, which God,
Yeah.
So these girls are all very young, but they're being played by older actresses, especially because they be doing it. They be getting finger banged to Pitbull in the back of a carriage. Yeah. Another thing that should be said for Bridgerton, I think, in addition to kind of like the race aspects of it, is like the body diversity that they show. So Nicola Coughlan is definitely like a curvier woman, and there was a lot of conversation around her body, which is still going on right now. And she's just kind of like, shut up and stop talking about my body as I bring it up. But I do think that, you know, it's nice to see, like, you know, diverse body shapes and types and diverse humans on TV.
Yeah, absolutely. I like how they're doing it because, again, it's like Regency era. It's quite antiquated ideas. And yeah, I think the show and the books really, as we mentioned, start to diverge in season 3 and season 4. And I think with what we saw in season 4, it's going to be like a common theme. So before we like really just dive into it, how did you like season 4?
Overall, I really liked season 4. It's definitely a Cinderella story that we've seen a million times.
Yep.
And I was screaming. Okay, now I'll do a spoiler warning because this season just ended like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So spoiler for season 4 of Bridgerton if you haven't watched it yet. He's so fucking dumb. Come on. He's so obviously her. He meets the lady in silver, falls for her. And then it meets Sophie and like kisses them both. Come on, bro. And it keeps zooming into her mouth and her lips because he's trying to look for the lady in silver. Okay, yeah, sorry. Season 4, I'm getting so ahead of myself. Season 4 is based off the book An Offer from a Gentleman. It is following the story of Benedict Bridgerton and Sophie Beckett / Sophie Beck. And it is a Cinderella story. He meets her at a masquerade ball. She is a maid who sneaks away to go to the ball and has to leave by midnight and leaves behind her glove. And he's smitten. Later in the season, he falls for a maid who happens to, shocking and surprisingly, be the lady in silver. And bro can't figure out that they're the same person. Which leads to a classic line / cliffhanger between part 1 and part 2 of, Sophie, will you be my mistress?
Yeah, so I will say...
He thought he ate with that.
Yeah, the book is so much worse. He blackmails her into, he says, be my mistress or work for my mother. And like, he like absolutely like coerces her into being his mistress.
What?
It's fucked up. Yeah, it's really bad.
I knew I didn't like Benedict. I knew it.
Yeah. What's funny, though, is I liked Benedict the most until this season. And I think that, you know, I liked him. He's a bi king.
So you love a bisexual guy. So.
I love a bisexual man. I do. And I like Luke Thompson as a side character. He really didn't do it for me as a main character, which was sad. And then, his storyline, he was just kind of an asshole. So they really made it like so much better than it could have been. Like it could have been like very coercive and creepy. And
we don't want that, right? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a show made for the girls, goths, and gays. The she's like, it's a girly fun time pop show, right? Like, we don't need coercion. We don't need, even though the first season definitely has some iffy, you know, things going on there. We want them to fall in love and be happy, right? Which they do in the end, and I'm very happy about that. We also get to see Mama Bridgerton. What's her name again?
Violet Bridgerton.
Violet Bridgerton gets some action this season. Also,
if you like Violet's story, you need to watch Queen Charlotte. It's so good. It's like I do. Like it's like a prequel. So it's like the Queen, Lady Whistledown, Violet. It's amazing.
Not
Lady
Whistledown. Lady Danbury.
Yeah, Lady Danbury. That's what I meant. Yeah.
I love Lady Danbury. Oh, she's so cool. I'm going to miss her next season.
Yeah, I think this is the first season where I think that Sophie Beckett was like fine, but I think the more interesting storylines really were the subplots. So we had our sweet Francesca and John.
Oh, Francesca. Oh my God.
Horrible.
So Francesca marries a man named John Sterling. And they have, a quiet, quick little down-to-earth romance, which I loved.
Which we saw in season 3, yeah.
Yeah, and everyone else is getting these will they, won't they, push, pull, dramatic, yearning. And she just meets a man and they fall in love and get married, and it's very sweet. And season 4 shows, their romance blossoming, and she's having trouble reaching her pinnacle, which it happens. Listen.
Yeah,
And all the while, his cousin Michaela is there, who in the books is named Michael. Mm-hmm. And we get to see Francesca and Michaela start off, and Francesca's kind of annoyed by her, but it seems like there's something else there.
There's like tension there, yeah.
Yeah, underneath the surface.
And then they become friends.
Yeah. And then John Sterling passes away.
Yeah. You want to know how much that fucked me up? My dad's name is John.
No.
And I was like, well, I'm watching Bridgerton. Now I'm crying about my dead dad. So that's fine.
God damn it. Stop.
And then I did think that the way they did the Irish wake was quite beautiful.
Yeah, we had that for your dad.
Yeah, and we did that for my dad. So I was ugly crying, for sure.
That made me happy.
But yeah, I think the subplots for the first time were more interesting to me. And yeah, I think Luke just did not do it for me, Benedict, as the leading man.
That's it. I don't mind Luke, but I saw some funny Instagram post or something, when it goes in on his lips because she's looking at his mouth. And they were they really thought they were doing something here. And it's his thin little lips with his chin stubble. Yeah. It's
yeah, just not
no offense. He's fine.
But
he's fine. I don't know. He didn't do it for me this season. Their sex scenes were nice. Asking her to be the mistress was not the move, but it worked out in the end. Violet got Lady Whistledown.
Oh my God, when she's I'm the tea. She looks so good.
I am the tea. Will be happy. And her man. Oh my God.
I know.
When
he
took his shirt off,
no, I'm good.
I gasped out loud when he took his shirt off. I was like, oh my God, that is the perfect man. Oh, good for her. Good for her.
Yeah. Overall, I don't think it was the best one, but I liked it.
Yeah, I agree.
And I like where they're setting us up to go.
I agree too. So that is where we're at right now. I do want to touch a little bit. We did mention it, just kind of race in Bridgerton, some major race changes from the show, and some gender swaps. I guess Michaela was Michaela the only gender swap that you know of from the book?
Yeah.
Awesome. And I like you mentioned earlier, from the Queen Charlotte show, I didn't watch it, but I think that it kind of sets up why there's more race integration, right?
Yep. She is a Black woman, so she tries to elevate other people of color into it. They kind of explain it there as well. And then it is a big glimpse into how Queen Charlotte and Lady Danbury got close. I'm really excited. I hope they do another spin-off, but for Violet and Mr. Bridgerton. I think they are probably going to do that. Yeah, Edwin. Yeah.
I would love to see that. The casting, from what I've seen, is really well done for Queen Charlotte's story too.
It's
the
so
younger
good.
Queen Charlotte looks just like her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we have Queen Charlotte represented as a Black woman. Kate and Edwina Sharma are represented by Indian women. Lady Danbury is white in the books as well. Sophie Beckett is a white woman, and she's Asian heritage in the show. I loved her stepsisters too. I thought they were so fun, the really bitchy one and then the sweet one. I always liked that.
Very Cinderella story.
Yes, and then her evil stepmom is played by the actress who played Cho Chang in the Harry Potter movies.
She did good. She did good as a villain.
I agree. You know what I think is funny? I was looking up all the ages and everything too of all of the actors versus their characters. Katie Leung, I want to say, is 37 years old. She's my age. And she is, I know, and she's playing the mother of the main love interest. And Luke Thompson is definitely also around that age.
You know? And you just got to roll with it.
Yeah. And then, the actress who plays Penelope is older than me. I don't know. So we're stretching the imagination. I'm pretty sure Eloise's actress is like 35 years old as well, playing like 19.
I love it.
Yeah. So basically, just to cap off this portion of the episode, we need the skin routine of all of the actresses from Bridgerton.
That's the important thing we should be asking.
That is the important thing. How do I play 19 as a 37-year-old? We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to talk about what we think is going to happen in seasons 5 and 6. So before we get back into the world of Bridgerton, we'd like to invite all of you to check out our Patreon. We don't ask for much because a little bit of money goes a long way in the ton, even in this upside-down economy. And of course, we have something special for anyone who joins. Find out how easy it is to get uncut, early access to each episode, or a super special shout out when you go to patreon.com/popculturejunkie podcast and subscribe.
That was good. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I loved that.
You could be a Julie Andrews impersonator.
Thank you. Bow. I'll start doing that instead of old-timey voice now. That's not true.
It's better. It's better. Yeah. I think our listeners would like you to Julie Andrews more. Okay, so season 5 and 6, because apparently we're doing both seasons.
We are, because they have both been confirmed.
So what do you think we're going to get in season 5 and 6 of Bridgerton?
So Shonda Rhimes has not said, or any of the producers, anyone has not said who season 5 will be about. So it will either be Eloise or Francesca, but they have not divulged that yet. There was a recent award show, and they had on a little, like, lapel or a thing that you stick in your pocket, a little cloth you put in your pocket. No, like a little piece of cloth.
I don't think it's important. I think we got it. Yeah. What are you trying to say?
A pocket square.
Okay. And all of that for that.
Thank you. Yes. An E and an F. Like, because they were trying to tease, like, ooh, is he me E or F? E or F? See, it was important at the end of the day. So if it goes in order, it will be Eloise's story. And hers is based off of a kind of spoiler from the book title, if you remember this person, To Sir Philip with Love. Yes, our feminist, independent Eloise falls prey to the grasp of love, like all of us eventually. So, says the woman with a boyfriend now, a wonderful boyfriend.
Nope, can't catch me.
Can't catch me either. Yeah.
So Eloise, what's interesting about her book is it isn't set in like the town or whatever though. Really? So it's actually in the country. So I think for them to they're going to really have to dramatically alter her storyline if they are going to keep it kind of in that traditional setting. Is the only reason I don't see them doing that for season 5.
Why does she go to the countryside? Just because she's like, fuck this,
yeah,
I want
she
to get
wants
away.
to escape, and she's like, I can't be around all these people. I'm better than it. So that is hers isn't set in like the main town.
Interesting. That might be an interesting little switch up, especially because we're not getting Lady Danbury next season. The Queen did give her permission to go and live her life and find, her family. We might get a little pop in here and there.
Yeah, I think she'll be. No, she's such a favorite. But I do think we're going to get the Francesca storyline. So Francesca's book is actually about her falling in love with Michael in it. Yes. They gender swap it to Michaela and having a child. So it's going to be really, really interesting with Michael.
Yeah.
It's going to be really interesting. They talk about a lot about fertility in season 4. So it'll be interesting to see how they bring in the LGBTQ storyline, what that looks like. Yeah, and also we kind of saw this with Violet Bridgerton this season, where Sophie and Benedict really deal with class, right? Dating someone below it, where she's like, I will love you, I will support you, but like publicly, I cannot be near you. You'll have to go live in the country.
Yeah, they weren't allowed to get married until they finagled it that she was, of proper descent or whatever. But is Michaela not? Because she seems like she's in society. So that should be fine.
She's a spinster for sure. She is like rejected a man, but she is educated. She's Scottish as well. So different customs there. But it is going to be really, really interesting because we just saw through Violet where she, at the end of season 4, rejects, I can't even remember his name, rejects him. Yeah, she rejects the marriage proposal and says, I want to be me. And so I think it's going to be really interesting to have that mirrored within Francesca and Violet, like being reminded of what that is and like that pain and that feeling of it, because when you are a mom of like 8 children and your husband dies, like you kind of just got to keep going. But this happening to Francesca was quite interesting.
Yes, I agree. And her book is called When He Was Wicked, for Francesca's story. So it'll be one of those. We don't know which order. We're going to get both of them at some point. We just don't know which is going to be first. I do think it'll be interesting to get some Eloise sex scenes. I feel like it's going to be really awkward.
She's just going to talk the whole time.
Yeah. She's been so like anti-man and anti-romance. And then I don't know. I don't think she's going to get finger banged in the back of a carriage, but maybe. I also think that we've been set up for Hyacinth. Also, Charlie XCX, the cover in season 4 was amazing. God, their little
I
dance
can't stop listening to
where
it.
They're all little stepping. It was really cute. I would like to see Hyacinth get a little older before she gets her Bridgerton sex.
I don't know.
Her bedding scene.
She's very close. She's like a year away in this season. So it's going to be the next season. Like it is also like the debut season, like by these seasons.
That's true.
So
yeah, she will debut next season. Yeah.
And I think it'll kind of be like how we saw Francesca whenever she was getting introduced. So like even though it was Penelope's season, but Francesca's like that B plot. And then I think we'll have Hyacinth move into it.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking too, is like she might not be the main storyline, but we'll at least get like the seeds planted of maybe like a guy that she's into and then maybe grow into that romance like in season 7 or 8 if it gets renewed, which at the rate that it's going, I'm sure it will.
But like I said, I need Violet and Edwin Bridgerton. Like it was yesterday.
Oh my gosh, I know. I have a theory for who the new Lady Whistledown is. See, we see Penelope retire as Lady Whistledown because now that she's outed, the queen is just playing her like a fiddle and basically demanding the gossip that she wants to see. Penelope's like, I'm sick of this. I want to write my novel like any good hipster. I think Violet Bridgerton is Lady Whistledown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that she gets... I do. I think that she, at the end of the last season, which seemed kind of rushed to me, by the way, all of a sudden she just started remembering that she was once a youth. And it's like, I don't want to get married. I want to live my wild days again. I think it's her. Either that or it's the queen herself. Just bored out of her mind.
I think it's actually still Penelope.
Interesting. Ooh,
yeah.
And she just told everyone she's retiring.
Yeah, because she can't like get good gossip anymore. Like she's not a wall feather or wallflower, wall feather. Featherington.
A wall featherington.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm very excited to see what it is. I'll consume it any day.
I think just like the Queen and Penelope put a little wager on it, you and I should put a little wager on it. I don't know what it is. We're going to have to think about it. We're going to have to think about what the wager is.
Yeah.
Something more interesting than money.
Whoever's right gets to dunk milk on the other person.
Why is it always milk? It always comes back to Milkies.
Milkies. Yeah. Okay. You heard it here. I'm dumping stuff on Shauna's head.
Stuff?
And if you yeah. Milkies. Okay. We're gonna wrap this one up. And we're saying
like cow milk, right? Like dairy cow milk?
Time will tell.
Okay. Yep, I think we can wrap that up with the thought of Olivia being covered in white liquid. So,
yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
Thank you for visiting us, gentle listeners. Olivia, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Olivia Maries, Livimaries.
And you can find me, Shauna Trinidad, on Instagram and Threads at Shauna Trinidad, ShaunaTrinidad. And look us up online on our website, popculturejunkie.com. That's where you can find our podcast on all platforms, our social media links, blog posts, and you can shop the Pop Culture Junkie store. You can contact us. You can join our Pop Culture Junkie online support group on Facebook, all that and more. Please take a second to follow, subscribe, rate, and review the show, because that truly helps us out. And of course, we would be honored if you would accept our invitation to join Patreon, because every subscription helps us bring you more great episodes like this one. You can find us at patreon.com/popculturejunkiepodcast. Sign up for an uncensored sneak peek at our next episode, or get a personalized shout out from Olivia and me. And come back next week for another hit of pop culture.
The Pop Culture Junkie podcast is produced by Jeff Markin and Cheryl Lightfoot for the Pop Culture Entertainment Network.
So entertain me.